have those efforts in this administration made any noticeable difference when you talk about the spikes that we've been seeing
Noticeable difference.
in migration flows?
Well, we've obviously, as I just said, in recent weeks and months now seen a spike, a significant spike in the migratory flow and the presence at the border. And that's one of the reasons why the two leaders thought it was important to talk today. And it's another reason why we're going to be sending down a team here in coming days very soon to speak with President Lopez Obrador and his team about trying to see what we can do to better stem this. I think before the recent big surge, there was a general decline in some of the migrant flows. Again, not perfect, not saying that it was down to a level that was comfortable for anybody, but there had been a decline. And so we want to see that same effort being applied again as a team going forward, and we'll see where that goes. But we're working on this really, really hard.
How successful would you say the administration's efforts to stem root flow, to get to the root causes of migration have been?
We believe that we've done a good job working with our partners in the region to try to get at some of the root causes, including political instability and crime. There is more that needs to be done. And I think it's important, again, as I said earlier, to keep this in perspective. You are seeing more people on the move for a variety of reasons across in this hemisphere than since World War II. I mean, it's a historic level of migration, and there's a lot of reasons for it, and we're not the only country that's facing this flow. So it's back to the question about alliances and partnerships. A way to get at this is to work with neighboring nations to try to get at these root causes at the same time working on our own immigration process here in the policies here in the country and getting at reform, as well as working on border security. And that's why the president asked for $6 billion in the supplemental funding.
Has President Biden seen photos and videos from the past week of the sea of people crossing into this country illegally? I understand he's probably been briefed on it, but has he seen photos and videos of it actually happening? I
can't attest to what the content is of the material he gets every day, but he has been kept apprised and briefed, of course, by the domestic and national security teams on this. But what's in that content? I mean, I'm not part of those discussions.
Some illegal border crossers are being given court dates in 2031. What are they supposed to do here for 7 years?
Again, that's a better question put to DHS. I'm not in a position to talk about specific cases like that. The president believes that we've got to do better at immigration, and he's willing to talk and negotiate with members of Congress about immigration policy just as well as he is about border security. But I'm not in a position to talk about the specific.
Someone's lived here for 7 years and presumably gotten a work permit and worked here. If their asylum claim is denied, are they really going to be deported, or is that just a problem for the next president?
Again, I'm not going to get into hypotheticals about specific cases. He does believe we need, and he has worked to increase legal pathways to citizenship, but obviously illegal pathways, you need to be held accountable if you're trying to come into the country illegally.
But is the president thinking this far down the line? I mean, people are being given court dates 7 years from now, so is he creating a big problem for another president to have to figure out? If these people are going to be deported after just working, living, maybe having families here for 7 years?
Again, I'm not going to get into hypothetical cases here. On day one of the administration, the president put to Congress a proposal for immigration reform. He has said in recent days he's willing to have a serious discussion with members of Congress about immigration policy. So let's see where that goes. But he's taken the issue very, very seriously. Thanks, everybody.
Hypothetical question. People are being given court dates in 2031.
Thanks, Admiral. Happy holidays.